Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ramlin. How you doing? What time is it over there? Hey, Stan. How you getting along today? Yeah, I've been down that road. Finally got off there after a while. Yeah, while I was in the hospital, I was on. No, I'm back home now. If you're talking to me, yeah, I've been back home about a week. I went to Ironwood and out there for a while. Yeah, it's necessary sometimes. But I had one of them things permanent in for 2 months, and then it took me about 2 weeks of the self cap to start getting everything and trying to work again. Oh, I am. I'm doing great now. All I need to do is just gain a little bit of weight and get some muscle back. Yeah, it's a hell of an inconvenience. I feel good. Like every day getting a little bit stouter. I pushed it a little bit going to Ironwood meetup, but I hadn't been out of the hospital but 3 or 4 days when I left that out there. But and I couldn't have done it without nice people out there. I couldn't do anything. Somebody was handing me this or handing me that or getting me a chair. That was about the only trouble I had was I couldn't walk very far. And I was stealing people's chairs the whole weekend. Yeah, Mo Bank's a trip. He's a cool guy. And bad is too. think the world of Badge. And I got to meet Jen, that's another Canadian, and then of course James Bray that came down with Badge, and then uh, Tumbleweeds, Tracy and Christian, got to meet them. Roy, Jude, and I got to meet a lot of people. If I hadn't had some doctor's appointments, I think I'd still be out there for another week or so. Yeah, and that was the best thing I could have done because I had that van, and if I got tired, I went in there and laid down, and had some place to go and not bother anybody, you know. And Rocky had a blast. He now every time I open that van door, he's in it. Oh, he's good. He's laying around here asleep somewhere. I just went out and I'm still cleaning up around here for all the mess that I left. Rocky did good. He really did. I'm thinking about making a circus dog out of Rocky. The only thing I'll have to break, he's great on leash, and not I don't guess there's an aggressive bone in his body. He likes everybody. Hey, Phil, good morning, sir. Only thing I might break Rocky of is jumping. He'll jump up on people. Only thing that running that van like that worked great, and he gave me the ideas on what I want to do. So, Bill, what you up to this morning? I'm just trying to organize around here a little bit, Bill. Everything's still a mess from the trip. Not me not being here for a while. Oh yeah, laying around here somewhere asleep. We've been outside for a while, so he got his zoomies over with. That dog gave him a run. I tell you one thing though, you don't open the door on that van, or Rocky's gonna be in there sitting up in the seat ready to go. Yeah, Phil, I wound up ran 2,600 miles. It looks like I'm gonna have to do it again. The only place that I can find a hard top is out there in San Diego. Yep, I'm sort of putting that off just a little bit. Yeah, that's my next project. That was the only thing I had any trouble with on that trip was still being pretty weak climbing up and down, getting in and out of that van and moving around, bent over. Yeah, that top is nearly 8,000, uh, but still, with just 6,000 in this rig, well, I'm at 14, and that's still a pretty cheap RV, but not too many miles on it. And I plan to keep this thing. So it's a 2007 Ford. It's a 350, 12 passenger van. Well, and there's something else too. I talked to my son-in-law and grandson, which were both one of them's got a big mechanic shop, and the other one's got a big transmission shop. They told me, said, if just don't worry about it. Said if it gets giving you any trouble, we'll just slap a complete motor in it and a new transmission for about 7,000. So, but 120,000 miles is not anything on these motors now. Oh yeah, some of them I'm gonna order today is a damn backup camera. If you got the stuff in the windows, boy, I don't like backing up. Yeah, I was looking at some there last night. They that one in Johnny's is it's not that far. It's not. It's like 700 miles close to St. Louis. I might go to that one, but the one I'm really planning on is go to Oregon. But I'm gonna keep it ready to use or try to. I don't think they coach match. I think I'll probably have to do that. Yeah, that's Gina's one I want to meet really. The paint on that van is good. I might crank the paint gun up and do that top myself. Just depending on what somebody wants to charge me to do it. Well, it'd give me something to work on too. That that van sort of a maroon or real deep red. So I don't think that white top would look good on it. I tell you something else, that's good. The weakest part about me was my legs. The boy climbing in and out of that van gave them a workout. My legs are doing pretty good now. I was just lucky to come through all that mess as well as I did. Well, was a crazy deal, Ramblin'. Ariel, how you doing? It was a sort of crazy deal. They found a mass in one of my kidneys, and was hello, Lauren Becky, but it was sort of a. Some of you people done heard this, probably tired of it, but anyway, they went in and took that one kidney out, and about 10 days later, I swallowed something wrong, wound up with pneumonia, and took hard coughing and all that. Well, they got me in there and was going to take the stitches out in a couple of weeks. And when they did, all that busted loose and wound up on the table. So they had to go back in and redo everything, sew me back up, and that put me back another 2 or 3 weeks. I was in the hospital near 60 days. But anyway, that's the short story. Becky, is Becky with you, Roy? Yep. I spent 60 days in the hospital altogether. Well, that, and I had a week of rehab or 10 days rehab. Well, it is wet willy time then, Becky. Yeah, I was pushing it going to Ironwood a little bit, but I made it. Yeah, I figure he's got several of them coming. Do you want me to ship you? Hey, now you want me to ship you some more jerky, Becky? Yeah, I've been getting wonder there for a while. They made one mistake when I was in that hospital, though. They gave me a damn shot of morphine. They shouldn't have done that. It was marked. Was it hot enough for you, Becky? They found out you didn't give morphine to me. I'll fire the bus off if you give morphine to me. Okay. I'm scared I get It's gonna get it a little too hot for y'all. Well, I made up about 15 pounds of meat to make all that jerky, and I wound up with one package coming home. Oh, they did do one thing that was pretty cool, I thought. The doctor turned me loose and said, "You can do anything you want to do now." Okay. And then he found out I was fixing to go on a 2 or 3 thousand mile trip, and he said, "Whoa, we need to, yeah, I like the pepper jerky mix," and then I add some more stuff to it. And he put an armband on me, and there's no morphine, and then all the numbers and stuff. He said that way, if you get in trouble, well, all they got to do is call these numbers. Phil, I add Cholula, hot sauce to it, and Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of liquid smoke. And then on mine, a lot of time I'll put pepper flakes on top of it. I didn't do that with what I carried out there. Figured that might have been a little warm for them. Well, and the other thing I do, Phil, I do that out of ground meat. I don't, where you don't have to pull all your teeth out to bite a piece of it off. I got one of them jerky shooters where it shoots it out in a flat deal. Yeah, I tell you what, the beef jerky is all right, but it can't compare with the venison jerky. Now that stuff is great. Yeah, I made that. In fact, I like that. I gave all I had away. I need to make some more. What's nice about that stuff, you can just put it in the cabinet. You don't have to refrigerate it or anything. I tried something. I took a weekend camping trip and I didn't take anything to eat with me but that jerky and that pemmican. And I was just fine. Yeah. You could eat one of them sticks of pemmican that was about 4 inches long and about an inch wide, and it'd keep you full most of the day. Chew on a little jerky in between. That, and I try to keep that. And then you know what a ship biscuit is? Yeah, I've got some of those put up. So I've got enough Native American food that I could last 6 to 8 weeks easy. Yeah, hardtack. And it is hard. But then I took it and tried a couple things. I took it and some jerky, the hardtack, some jerky, and made a little stew out of it, and that wasn't too bad. They claim that hardtack will last 100 years. Yeah, I do too. Rocky does too. Every time I get a piece of it, he throws a fit. Funny part about that, between the jerky and the pemmican and the hardtack, it don't weigh anything. Yeah, he is. He Rocky pushing 40 pounds, and most a big boss normally is about in the 20s. I don't know where he come from, but he's a big boy. But you know that dog doesn't have an aggressive bone in his body. He's a smart dog too. You know, it's funny they talk about Bear. That was about the only one that they could get the fat off of that break down like it was supposed to. Yeah, yeah, he's a good little pup. And smart as a whip and stubborn. He wants to ignore you. You can sit there and holler at him. He won't even twitch an ear. That hardtack was, they came up with it that was what the sailors got, two 4x4 squares of hardtack and something to drink. And that was their food ration on the ships coming across. That was a big deal. That was just what they had to eat. I tell you what, that I put berries in that pemmican I made, and blueberries and some others, and that put just a little bit of sweet taste to it. And I got where I liked it. It was a good snack. First, it's sort of greasy, but it grows on you. Yeah, and the shelf life on it's a long time without refrigeration. But what I started to say, the reason the Indians love to kill them bear was that the fat on a bear is like beef fat. It'll melt at a low temperature, and everything off an elk or a deer or a rabbit is all lean meat, and the fat you can't use it for that kind of stuff because it melts different. Yeah, that's right, Roy. When I was on that little weekend excursion, eating that stuff, and just I just pounded that hardtack and dropped it in. Boots. I didn't know that. Never had heard that one, Phil. Can you imagine how heavy them buffalo robes were? Every time you talk about reenactments, I think about what's the name of that movie? Sweet Home Alabama. I never have heard of that one, Phil. I never will forget that one line at that reenactment. Yeah, you too, Roy. I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. Y'all have a great day. Herder's Catalog. I hadn't thought about them in a long time. I sure was glad to get my computer fixed. Yeah, I guess they are fixing to come on, aren't they? Yeah, we'll close this thing down here in a minute. Everybody can go to Roy and Becky's. Okay, we'll catch y'all later. That's we'll see y'all at Roy and Becky's. Appreciate everybody coming in.